Now that the participles are out of the way. Hello, English-speaking world, all the German learners, I greet you. In this video we'll be looking at adjectivization, so how to turn other word types into adjectives in German. Before we look into that, let's cover participles first, because they are part verb, part adjective, just like in English. You can turn verbs into a kind of adjective by using the participle grammar. To construct the present participle, Partizip 1, you add a d to the verb in the infinitive form. For example, essen, to eat, essend, eating, der essende Mann, the eating man. To construct the past participle, Partizip 2, you use g plus the verb stem plus t for weak verbs and n for strong verbs. For example, wählen, to elect, gewählt, elected, der gewählte Politiker, the elected politician. There are more rules to building the past participle, which I have already covered in a tutorial, so I won't mention it here again. I'll put a link to that tutorial into the description. Now that the participles are out of the way, let's look at how to construct adjectives with suffixes, so word endings. The simplest method is taking any kind of word and adding one of the typical adjective endings. I'll go through them by importance and give you examples. The most commonly used are ich, lich, and ich. Here are some examples. Zeit, zeitig, ein, einig, Nerv, nervig, Mut, mutig, Freund, freundlich, Glück, glücklich, Pein, peinlich, Mode, modisch, Schule, schulisch, Himmel, himmlisch, Teufel, teuflisch. You can see how is are dropped from the end of the word when they merge with the suffix. This comes natural when you say it, so it sounds better. There can also be umlauts created from the first vowel of the word. For example, Tag, tägig, Woche, wöchig, Form, förmig, Hof, höflich, Ort, örtlich, Gott, göttlich, Natur, natürlich, Hof, höfig, Hohn, höhnig, Spott, spöttisch. Now let's look at 4 important suffixes that add a specific meaning to the adjective. The first one is ba, which you can add to verb stems. It is the same as the English able, and it means that you can do that. For example, essen, to eat, essbar, edible, machen, to make, to do, machbar, doable, sichten, to spot, sichtbar, visible. The next two are los and frei. They both mean without, but los is lacking something of value, while frei is not having something which is bad. They are used with nouns. For example, Kinder, children, kinderlos, childless, Sorge, care, sorglos, careless, Arbeit, work, arbeitslos, without a job. Kosten, cost, kostenfrei, free of cost. Schmerz, pain, schmerzfrei, without pain. Stress, stress, stressfrei, without stress. The last of the four is mäßig, which means according to or like something. For example, Plan, planmäßig, according to plan. Regel, rule, regelmäßig, regular, like the rules. Recht, right, rechtmäßig, rightful. Now these were the most important ones, but let's look at the rest of them with a few examples. Samen, mostly with verb stems. Folgen, to follow, folgsam, obedient. Dulden, to tolerate, duldsam, tolerant. Wirken, to be effective, wirksam, effective. Haft, used with nouns, often negative meanings, but not always. Ekel, disgust, ekelhaft, disgusting. Fehler, mistake, fehlerhaft, full of errors. Rätsel, riddle, rätselhaft, mysterious. Ern and en, made out of this material, used with nouns. Holz, wood, hölzern, wooden. Eisen, iron, eisern, made of iron. Glas, glass, gläsern, made of glass. Gold, gold, golden, golden. Fels, rock, felsen, made of rock. Air. This comes after city or place names, meaning belonging to or coming from that place. These adjectives are capitalized because of the place names. Berlin, Berliner. Schweiz, Schweizer. Düsseldorf, Düsseldorfer. Fach. This comes after numbers and indefinite pronouns, and it means times. Ein, one. Einfach, once. Drei, three. Dreifach, three times. Viel, much. Vielfach, many times. These were all the Germanic suffixes, but there are many loanwords in the German language, and they have suffixes from other languages. I will only briefly cover them. Abel, spendabel. Ibel, irreversibel. Aal, emotional. Traditionell. Ant, eklatant. Ent, resistent. Planetar. Disziplinär. Kafkaesk. Effektiv. Oid, humanoid. Os, famos. Ös, prätentiös. Now, besides suffixes and participles, you can also use compositums to create new adjectives. So you can just put an adjective at the end of something. For example, Kraft, power. Voll, full. Kraftvoll, powerful. So full of power. Or Blut, blood. Rot, red. Blutrot, crimson. Okay, let's look at what we've learned. If you want to turn any other word type into an adjective, you can turn verbs into present or past participles, or you can add adjective suffixes to them. Ich, lich, ich. Bar, los, frei, mäßig. Sam, haft, ern, en, Fach, voll. Foreign words use foreign suffixes like abel, ibel, al, el, ant, ent, a, esk, if, uit, os, ös. Germanic words turned into adjectives can have the first vowel turned into an umlaut. And lastly, you can combine something with an already existing adjective. Alright, that's it. I suggest only learning the Germanic suffixes because you can't really use the foreign ones. They are just nice to know at best, but the Germanic ones are still used to produce new adjectives. Like and share this video, and if you have any questions, write them in the comments and I will try to answer them. Vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit.